Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here with Peterson Electric. It's 2 weeks later after I've done a few videos, 4 other videos on the FAAC gate here inside of here. This video, by the way, is done in May of 22-18. And so we have an ice cube relay in here. We have some RF signaling to hit like a garage door opener in the car. Inside of here we also have a control board that's communicating for everything to do, transformers that step down to get powered at 120 coming in, back over in here at 240 volt, and then 12 volt on the board and 24 volt on some of the equipment. And today we're looking at the shadow loop and the reflectors. The complaint that we've been getting is the gates would open and close consistently and not shut down, if not at least 6 times and then quit. But then something triggers it and it does it again. So these gates are normally in a closed position, and when they open, when they're signaled, that means that the circuit is normally open and it closes, but the gates are normally closed and they open inward. In a nutshell, the thing that we started noticing, which took us quite some time to figure this out, we were over here 2 weeks ago for about 7 hours, and now today we're out here already for another 2. We noticed that when it rained or the sprinklers kicked on, that was more of the issue coming on. This is a shielded cable, probably a 20 gauge, and the wires inside are stranded. It does run 24 volts, and this metal right here on this edging was right here. For whatever purpose, I'm not sure, but they redid the bark last year and they left it in, so there's really no purpose but for 4 rocks. Now this cable was twisted up and mangled, thrown up underneath here, and then there were some heavy parts put on it right here as it went across. Right now it's finally not freaking out. But if I grab this cable, because this circuit again is normally open, power is sent, let's just say the red leg, but as soon as I touch it somewhere, I'll get it to trigger. That means that I'm closing my circuit too soon. And I'm just putting some stress on it at a 45-degree angle, trying to see where this guy might be reacting too quick. Now there is no cuts in it, that's why we dug it all out here. It's about 30 feet. And this is a manufactured piece, this is nothing that we put together. There it is. Something's going on either here or when I picked it up right here. So this is a metal detector. So even the rim on your car driving by will get it to react. In fact, that was 4 inches in the dirt, and I took my 1/2-inch pipe bender and I just came across like this, and that's what finally got it to react. Or once you get it out of the ground, you can just take simply here a crowbar, and that sweeping it across will get it to react. Anyways, we want to make sure that's way out of the way though for future. But so just to give you an idea, okay, so now they're open, there's no issue. Oh, there they go. Okay, so again, this signal is reacting to that ice cube relay and allowing it too many times to signal to the motors, which those are leaf motors, to turn on and off. The reflectors here actually cut it out if you walk by, so it actually opens that circuit for just a split second. Okay, now I'll react it as if I'm driving to get out of town here, get out of my house, and now we're having an issue with it just picking up this crowbar. Now I got it. So it's probably a magnet inside of there. I'm not too sure. I'll have to Google that myself and just try to look at it a little bit more and talk to the manufacturer. But we believe this piece is bad, and then the ice cube relay in there is bad because of this condition it was happening. We also found some loose wires for this piece of cable right here, and we know they pulled it out and put it back in last year. So whoever did that, they damaged the cord and cable. So anyways, I think we found finally this ghost. A lot of people think, well, can't you just come out and figure it out? These are harder things to figure out. You got to get through the circuitry, understand how it works, how it's reacting, how it's switching, if there's power there consistent, any loose cables, and then on top of it, this is called a shadow loop. Why it's shadow, I don't know. Maybe they call it magnetic loop or rim loop for your rim on your car. But it's there to sense. Now there's not 2 sides. So evidently this is not a negative and a positive going backwards with an EMF going to that box. It's just one side, because on the right side you're driving out, right? And the left you're coming in. Well, the left coming in, they actually have a keypad. We did not have an issue with the keypad. We had an issue when we drove out of here that night, and we're like, oh man, here it is again. So anyways, guys, hopefully that'll help you out. These are a little bit tricky. We're not like gate specialists, but I've been tracing circuits for 20 years, so I'm pretty savvy at figuring out how things work and their purpose, but it just takes time, and it's usually not fairly cheap. Anyways, thanks, guys.